start speaking I can ramble, so you may not want to clap me when I finish, but welcome to the Scottish Music Centre Composition Marathon, or the final performance of the marathon. I'll give you a quick summary of what this project was about. So it came about last April when Glasgow Concert Halls released their programming for 2011-2012, and as part of Minimal Extreme, Bang and a Can, who are an ensemble we have promoted in terms of the opportunities they generate for composers, were coming over, so I thought it appropriate to programme an event that was a tribute almost to them and was inspired by them. Bang and a Can are renowned for their performance marathons, which started in New York in the Soho Lofts in the 1980s, and the reason they started these was to unite the varying musical communities all across the city, because they were aware that they weren't all communicating and talking to each other and saw the potential in this. So, as we are an organisation who places a lot of focus on Scottish composers, I wanted to then make an event that placed focus on the composers just as much as the musicians, so this is where the composition marathon was born. In terms of the selection process, we opened applications for composers in November. We had all the ensembles recruited by January, and then the composers were announced early February. Yesterday was when the actual marathon truly began. The composers came into the centre at 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and that was the first time they found out what instrumental groupings they would be writing for, and they had 12 hours to do it. I have to say, some of them have taken more than 12 hours, some of them have only had about an hour's sleep, because they went home and continued working. On the whole, we were here working for 13 and a half hours yesterday, and everyone was back in at 9 o'clock. In fact, they were early this morning, so I'll tribute to them for that. I would like to say a few thank yous just before we go on. First of all, to our supporting partners, Glasgow Concert Halls, who allowed us to programme this event as part of Minimal Extreme. Live Music Now, who have provided two of our wonderful ensembles, percussion and pure brass, and we also took on a new partner last week, Sapporo Teppanyaki, just round the corner, so if you hang on to your ticket you can get a few dinner deals if you want to treat yourselves after the performance. My final word of thanks would be for our Managing Director, Jill Maxwell. The Scottish Music Centre is all about creating opportunities for musicians and composers across every area of the music industry, and I've never been lucky enough to work with someone who believes so much in pushing for and creating these opportunities, not only for the musicians and composers but also for our staff. So I personally would like to thank her for making this project possible and for allowing me to run with it for a year. So hopefully that is all paid off, and I hope you enjoy the performances. First up we have Daniel's Beard, which will be piano trio today, and the first piece they will be premiering is Peter McCallman's The Merchant Sonata. So please welcome Daniel's Beard to the stage.